Hey, all right, we are live. I was wondering. I was waiting to see if we were actually going to be connected here. It's been a little while since I've done this live streaming thing. Jason Hutchinson first in the chat. What's up? Who else we got here? Thomas Gaunt, Jonathan Miller, Dave Slim, Mason Burt. Life in Taiwan. What's going on, buddy? Derek King says, how are the cash games in Vegas? You're looking at him, buddy. You are looking at the cash games in Vegas. We're live from Las Vegas, right out that window. Las Vegas, Nevada. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know. I'm working on a delay here. So we are on a 3.5 minute delay as we 3-bet this ace-9 suited from the small blind versus a button open. Schnurgen sending a buck. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the $1. Could go a couple of ways. Could check. Could bet. Think I will be betting. Bet small. Let's see who else we got here. Hey, Jared Folsom. What's up, Andrew? Staying safe, social distancing, a little online action. Yes, sir. Bad turn card. Flush comes in. Think I will be folding. Think we're going to fold. What's up, Stephen Lake? Dalton Keys. Larry Medor. Subscriber and member of the channel. He's got himself the blue drone. Hey, brother. Trust you're doing well. Did you announce the t-shirt design winner? Let's see the winning design. Good question. We had ourselves a little contest over here at Favorable Apparel headquarters. We do have a winner. Playing 4 tables here. Winner of the contest was a fellow by the name, I believe, Steven T. I don't know. Maybe we can convince Boosie to join us on this stream briefly, and she can confirm the winner of the contest. I'm gonna try and turn this into a bluff here. Overbet that bad boy. Benjamin Adler in the chat. $1.99. Hey Andrew, long time no talk. Time for a shot. Well, we found a pretty good river card. Just gonna let's see. I guess we don't need to rip it in, but we will overbet. $26. Benjamin Adler, long time no talk indeed, my friend. We had a nice little Zoom meeting today with the Hand History Lounge. Always a treat to get together with Ben Adler, whether it's in person or virtually. Need vocals. We do get called there. Hopefully you guys can hear me. The problem is it takes me 3.5 minutes to find out if you guys can hear me, to get feedback. It's always the problem with online poker streams. If you can hear the mouse, that's good. Pocket Kangs. Will that fold make the next vlog? He wants to know. Buddy, it already made YouTube. I'm streaming. Okay, now we can hear. Good. Good to hear. Good news. All right, I'm going to check this. 3 is not the best card for my range, but still going to have the best hand almost always. Going to check call here. Could bet the turn. Imagine it go check versus 50 cent 50-cent bet. I kind of want to raise. I kind of want to raise for value. 50-cent bet. It's a pretty odd line here by both participants. I'm going to raise it up to $8. Okay, we do not have the best hand. He decides to flat call with the 6-5. It turns out the 3 is in fact a bad card for us. He turns the nuts, and he bets 50 cents on the river. Maybe it was a misclick. Okay, from pocket kings to pocket fours. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are staying safe. Hope you guys are staying healthy. What's up, Stephen Lake out there in Oklahoma? Man, I am definitely out of practice here. This is hard. This is hard. We got 4 tables up and running, and I'm trying to read the chat. Gonna down bet this flop on a paired board. Definitely want to bet it. Folding is good because he's always gonna have 2 overs unless he has pocket 3s or ace 3. I think I don't like the re-raise with ace queen suited on queen 10 deuce a few minutes ago. We felt the world. True story. I was just going for value. I was just trying to go for some value. Could slow play that. Happy to get it in though. Either way, I don't really care. But I do know what you mean. I thought about that for a little while. I thought about just flat calling. Let's see who else is in here. Hillbilly Hustler. What's up? What's up, dude? Constantine A. Nimi, use Poker Tracker. I don't think you can use Poker Tracker on this site, bro. I think it's illegal / impossible. There probably are people that are using HUDs in some fashion on this site, despite it being against the rules. But I'm not going to break the rules. I'm going to play it straight up. Why the name Grandpa Ed, says Adam G. That was my grandfather's name. And why not? I say. We have no clubs in our hand, so I check. Check fold. Over to this table, we have ace king on additional clubs. Club hands. Bet again. Just going to bet 3 streets here. I wager 11.48. What say you? He says snap call and muck with a pair of queens. Get called down by non-believer. So, I mean, there are lots of hands where we can have a single club in our hand. We could be going for it with the king of clubs there. Defend the jack 4 suited. Good. Sounds like you guys can all hear me. Thanks for tuning in on a Wednesday. We'll probably keep it kind of short tonight. Just ease our way into this this live streaming thing. As I mentioned in the previous vlog, probably going to have to be a pause in the vlogs. Obviously going to have to be a pause in the live poker playing. If he bets big here, I'll probably fold. If he bets medium, I'll call. If he checks and we river the ace of hearts, I will hate it. Check though, we win. 4 tables here. So yeah, just gonna have to chill. I mean, Las Vegas is basically shut down now, as are many other parts of the country / world. Vegas, I think, is gonna be impacted particularly hard. Not a good flop for the queen jack. We'll bluff the river if it goes check again. No. What site is this? This is WSOP.com. Mr. Michael Rovner. Pocket jacks over here. Raise it up. So this site is only available in Nevada, New Jersey, and Delaware. So if you live in any of those states, you can hop on and join me. And if you don't live in any of those states, you can hop on this YouTube live stream and just sweat the action. Send a message, hang out, listen to some music, listen to the sultry sounds of my voice talking into this microphone. But yeah, this is a fully regulated online poker site here in the United States of America, which unfortunately is only available in 3 states. Let's see. We get 3-bet. I guess I'm just going to let it go with this guy behind me. Not that I expect him to re-raise, but there are some set over set possibilities, and he made it 750, and we are not that deep. Mike S. says, my favorable hoodie protects me from all viruses. I hope I had the right table up when I was talking about those deuces. As I said, this is going to take some getting used to. Eric Fellows sends $2 and wants to know, what does Brad do that annoys you the most? He gets like 1,000 subs a day on his YouTube channel, something like that. Kind of annoys me. No, I'm just kidding. What does he do? I think I might just check back here to try and realize this equity. We have a gutter, which is mediocre, versus 2 opponents on a 2 flush board in which we don't have any, and there's no backdoor clubs for us. So I guess I'll just check it. Mark Rover says, closed casinos have been good for Andrew. He looks so healthy. Do I? For $1, I guess I call. Can't fold for $1. Down here on this table, we flop a pair in the nut flush draw. So that means raise, I guess. I mean, it could go either way. We do have a pair. We have showdown value, so I don't know if we need to raise. We win this hand versus King 10 offsuit. I'm going to raise. That seems like the more fun option. Happy to get it in. Happy to win it right now, too. You going to play in any big online tournaments? Yeah, I don't see why not. I guess we'll get in there. Dip our toes into the 25-50 streets, 4 tables worth, and play some PLO, play some tournaments. I know they have the all these like various online circuit events happening. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the actual WSOP and whether they, move a lot of that online. So this time I think, will I call this time? I mean, we're not that deep. I guess I have to fold again, which is very sad. He's got even less money this time than he did last time. I also have these guys. I don't know if we necessarily want to go multi-way with 4s like that. Higher chance of getting set over set versus multiple players. And he's not that deep to begin with. I don't know for now. We'll see how long that keeps up, though. Try and play solid for now. No promises. MGM stock was at $6 today. I bought it, says Mark Rover. Let's put the disclaimer out there that this is not financial advice for anybody. Before I tell you that I started dipping my toes into the casino stocks a little bit as well, but only the toes. Just the toes. Hey, Dan Sparger in the chat, member of the channel. Look at that green drone. That green drone next to Dan Sparger's name means that he's been a member of the channel for at least 3 months. The green drone, see those green propellers on that drone next to Dan Sparger's name? That signifies the green chip. First month you're a subscriber, member of this channel, you get yourself the blue drone, similar to the blue chips, like at the Bellagio, the $1 chips. Your second month gets you the red drone with the red propellers. Red chip. Third month, you are up to the green chips. $25 chips, which both Ben Adler and Dan Sparger have next to their names. Also both in the Hand History Lounge. So anytime anything decent or interesting happens on another table, I will switch over to that table. Obviously, that should be pretty self-explanatory. But King Jack suited, if this gets raised, expect a 3-bet. If it doesn't get raised, expect a raise. Over here, we open up King Queen from under the gun, find a terrible flop. He's going to lead right into us, which, not the worst play. I mean, you know, we know that of this thing called the donk bet, but I think on that sort of a flop, it makes a lot of sense. It's a lot more likely to hit him as it is me. So therefore, why not lead right out, whether he has a value hand or a bluff? Jacob Smith sends a $1.99. Any chance you can come to Firekeepers in Michigan, please? Yeah, that's been on my radar for a long time. Firekeepers. But there's not going to be any live poker for a little bit here, sadly. But yeah, I'm sure I'll make it happen. I would love to come up there, come up to Michigan during the warmer temps, warmer months. I would love to do another big road trip all around the state. And as soon as online poker gets up and running in Michigan, that might give us a good excuse to go do that. Although that might not happen in the warmer months. That might be closer to like the winter, if not into 2021. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, long story short, yes, I can come to Firekeepers. I will come to Firekeepers at some point. When that is, somewhat depends on world events. All right, I'm going to try and steal the blinds with the King 6. Midwest 8-bit. Thanks for the content during these trying times. My pleasure, man. Thanks for the $2. $5, huh? It's not a big 3-bet, so I guess I'm going to call here. And I guess I'm going to flop 2 pair. And I think I'm going to raise. I raise. $11.55. What you got? What you gonna do, Jon Snow, New Jersey? By the way, these tags, you might have seen that tag come up where it says tight bad. I don't really use the predetermined labels for these tags. I don't necessarily think this guy is tight bad. All right, we're all in. We are all in. Pocket kings are good. Pocket nines are good. Otherwise, we're good. Okay. Not a good flop. Moving on to table number 2, where we have pocket fives. Jean-Francois, here, raise $2 next time you get a pair of deuces. All right, Jean-Francois, you got it. If we get the deuces, we will find a $2 raise. Precisely. I call your 74 cents. Let's see a turn. Bad turn. No hearts in our hand. Hard to improve with this hand. Pair of fives. Fold. Over here. Pocket threes. Flat call seems reasonable. Could go for the squeeze with this guy flat calling. This guy is in the hijack, so the further away from the button, the less likely I want to 3-bet them. Viral blood. What chip I got? You got no chip. Down here, ace jack. Could bet, could check. Let's bet. Probably going to bet again since I bet the flop. Put the pressure on here. Well, I do have some showdown value. I don't really expect to win that often. I have a jack, which eliminates his king jack holdings. Some of them. So we could three barrel, but we have some semblance of showdown value, although it is not a whole lot. All right, I give up. You win. Non-believer. I guess maybe we should have gone for it. Tag this fellow. So yeah, what I was saying was that I do not really use the tag, the default tag descriptors. I just use the tags like color coded basically in my mind. If you see like a red tag, it seems like somebody who's like solid, very solid grinder that spends a lot of time on the site. Very often multi-tabling. Seems too nitty to just check this back, so I bet. Can you do split screen with two tables? I could do that. We could do a number of different things. I could stack these tables and play a lot of them. The problem is that it'll be hard for me to chat with you guys and read all these messages. I could play like 8 tables. Yeah, no value there. Down here, ace king. A Ralph sends $4.99 and a little dancing guy, little dancing egghead guy. Thanks. Thanks, A Ralph. Appreciate it, dude. Thanks for hanging out. What's up, Silverlicious? Cody ML. Doug Polk says farewell to making poker videos. Start stated game was ruined by computers breaking down all the percentages. What are your thoughts? Tough to disagree with him. Very tough, especially when you talk about online poker. These online poker cash games, I mean, you see me here playing 25, 50 cent. Part of that is because I am not much of an online poker player, as you guys know. Part of that is because online poker is pretty tough these days when it comes to cash games. I think tournaments are very reasonable as far as like, I don't know, softness, etc. Number of recreational players in the fields. So yeah, I don't disagree with him. That's for sure. I mean, I don't know if I would say the game is ruined. I think the game is different. So if you are a fan of that sort of a thing, which is running sims, studying ranges, studying, what do you call it? Solvers, using solvers, all that stuff. And maybe you find that super interesting because like, you know, poker continues to evolve, and it's maybe some people say that books ruined poker, or maybe some people say trading sites ruined poker. Now I'm sure some people are saying that solvers are ruining poker and that the game is played in this way rather than the way it used to be played. The game evolves. But I definitely get his sentiment, and it's very tough compared to what it was. So yeah, but that's mainly online poker. Live poker, I think, still has some pretty good life to it. Thanks for the $5, Cody. Raise it up with the Jack 10 off. Not a good flop. Yo, Edward Lawrence, I see you just repeated Doug, this other guy's question, Cody, and said, answer Cody's question. You might have missed the point. You might have missed the part where I said we are on a 3.5 minute delay, and it's going to take me a little bit of time to get to your questions. You have to wait 3.5 minutes from the time that you type the question in to the time that I read it, or to the time that I respond to it. That's how this is going to have to work. That way, since we're on delay here, because all these players that are playing on this table, they would be able to look at this live stream that you guys are watching and see what my hands are. So we need a delay. What platform is Andrew playing on? It says right in the middle of the screen here, WSOP.com. It's behind the flop at the moment. What's up, Brandon Neldner? Sucks for the upcoming vlog shortage, but sometimes it'd be like that. Thanks for finding another way to keep us entertained. Pleasure, dude. Could bet, could check. Don't have any hearts. 7 seems like a pretty good card. If he bets, I call. If he checks, I check. Have to call. Have to. Yeah, Brandon, thanks for saying so. Could be worse. Things could definitely be worse for me personally, because there's a lot of people that are going to be struggling a lot harder than this guy. Down here, we opened and it went multi-way. I just checked it. Check the flop. I check called the turn. Check the river. We make a pair of tens. It's good. Let's see a flop. 9-8 suited. Interesting hand happening on this table. I check call 2 streets. Now we river top 2 pair. We still lose to a 6. We lose to pocket aces. We don't lose to too much else. So no choice but to call here once again. Mow down the ace-7 of spades. We had the best hand post flop. Definitely made it easier on us with that jack on the river. Since we don't have any spades in our hand, I guess we can probably call the river as well. Don't expect him to have too many 6s from under the gun, but you never really know. 25, 50 cent people could be doing whatever. He picks up the spade draw. We don't have any spades in our hand, so when he barrels the turn and it bricks out on the river, since we don't have any spades, we're more incentivized to call on the river because that means he'll have spades more often. Don't I sound smart? Listen to me. I'm an online poker genius. Just kidding. All right, let me get caught up here. When is Grandpa Ed taking his talents to global? For some reason, I was trying to open that up the other day, and the tables wouldn't open for me. So I need a little bit of technical support. We'll fold here versus a raise and a 3-bet. So I don't know what's going on there. Have we addressed why your name is Grandpa Ed? That was my grandpa's name, and I don't see any reason why not. Right, find a premium. Under the gun raise. Gonna 3-bet it. Not my favorite flop. Think I'll check it. Could bet it. Now I'm gonna bet it. Hey, Andrew, what's your best cash in a cash game, also in a tournament? Says Logan. My best tournament score is $11,500. Best cash game score, I don't know, like 4,000 or something. No, it's got to be more than that. I don't know. The point is that it's not something that's like absurdly sexy. Turn open-ended. I guess I could just show this down. Oh, I didn't even realize we were 3. Okay, we're 3 ways here. I thought it was just me and this guy. This guy bets pot. I guess I fold versus that bet sizing, although we block everything. I guess 3 ways I have to fold. Anyway, We make a straight up here. I wager 3/4 pot. So this hand actually got 3-bet. I opened, he 3-bet, I call. Flop, check, check. Turn, he bet, I call. River, he checks. Hope he puts us on a busted flush draw, but he does not. He lets it go. Not sure about the 3/4 pot size wager there, but is what it is at this point. Rob S., thanks for the entertainment. Thank you, Rob S. Thanks for hanging out on this Wednesday evening. Could check this, but let's put in a sizable raise. Kelly Bailey, new member of the channel. Thanks so much. I am going to c-bet here. This flop should help me most often. We got a gutter to the nuts, so let's do it. But not great. There's no spades and 2 players over here. Turn is a queen. I guess check. Block the straight. Have showdown value now. Not sure if we need to just barrel away with this one. Turn goes check, check. I'm going to check again on the river. Would love to see a check back. Probably going to call since we don't block any clubs and we do block the straight. Lose to a king sometimes, but such is life. He decides to not bet it with the flush draw on the river. We were calling, buddy. We were calling. King Jack, defend. Kelly, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the channel. Got yourself a blue drone. Just gonna let that go. Eldon Traub, sorry. I love online poker because I'm impatient. I can play 10 tables at a time. Bellagio married guy. Hey, good to see you again. Thanks for reminding me who you are each time. There's a lot of names, a lot of screen names out there. And thanks for the $4.99. I agree with you, man. Last night I was playing 8 tables. Good times. All right, let's put in the squeeze. If we get 4-bet, we'll just fold. Prefer to not get flat called here. I think I will put in a small bet. Could bet very small here. Go 1/3. If he continues, we're just going to be done with it. We don't have a very good hand to barrel with, considering we don't have any diamonds on a monotone board. Somewhat interesting. Going to be a tough decision here. Well, we made a flush. I kind of want to bluff this, although I don't expect him to fold strong flushes too often, but I don't think we're deep enough really. If I did bet this, I would just jam all in. But I don't expect him to fold like the queen of diamonds or the jack of diamonds. I check. All right, we'll take it. We'll take a chop. We had him pre-flop. He had us on the flop. We had him on the turn. Let's just call it a draw. We'll call it a draw. Yeah, I don't hate jamming the river because I would always expect him to bet the turn with his strong diamonds, because we're often going to have, like, we can have pocket aces here on this turn. So he's probably going to want to bet all the time, like with his strong diamonds. So I just don't think he's going to have diamonds that often. I don't know. Random musings by a live poker player, you know? All right, who else we got here? Let me get caught up on the chat. Kyle Volkman, $4.99. What are your thoughts on the new online poker scene found on poker apps? Yeah, I don't have any, at this point, I don't have any experience playing on them. I do know that a lot of people do. I think I'm just going to fold here. It's pretty cheap, but we have a lot better hands a lot of the time. Yeah, Kyle, I don't have any experience, but it's worth looking into if you know someone personally who's, got a club. I don't really have a recommendation at the moment, but I might get into it and check it out. And if I do have a recommendation, I'll get back to y'all. But yeah, you just want to be careful because it can be kind of sketchy, when you're sending money to somebody and it's just all done on the side. There's no you're not going to be able to are you going to be able to take someone to court over this? I don't know. If they decide to not pay you. Maybe. But I mean, it's basically it's for sure a little bit on the sketchy side of the gray market. But I know there's a big industry there and a lot of people are doing it. And now, especially in times like this, it makes a lot of sense. I wish there was a perfectly regulated way to go about doing this. So those are my thoughts. Thanks for the $4.99, buddy. Jacob Smith, 1999, vaulting himself. Wow. Vaulting himself into the chip lead, as we like to say. Can't wait to see you there so you can school me a bit. What are your all-time poker books for improving your game? I've only read Dan Harrington's books and No Limit Hold'em Theory and Practice by David, I believe you mean Sklansky. I don't know who Slowinski is. Although maybe that's another author that I'm not aware of. So Jacob, I don't really have any books to offer you, but what I would do is go to a little website called andrewnemi.com, and there's a blog post that I wrote recently that lists the different sites that I look at in my studies. So I talk about those a little bit. They're varied, There's a tournament focused site. There's something that's focused on solvers. It's like an entry level solvers site. So go over there, go to andrewnemi.com and click on what I'm studying. Just scroll down from the homepage and click what I'm studying. Click that blog post and read that. I think the best information is on the training sites. I think books, they can get I just feel like they're a little bit limited. For a while now, training sites I think have had the best info. And I say that as a poker vlogger. I think poker vlogs are only going to be able to take you guys so far. I think they are a really great resource for a beginner. For someone who wants to be a solid winner at, say, 2-5 no limit, maybe up to 5-10 no limit. But if you want to really improve your game, I think you're gonna have to pay for it. Unfortunately, you kind of get what you pay for in the poker information landscape. So, poker vlogs are great entertainment, great information, especially for beginner players. And then beyond that, I would head to the lab, and I use lab as a term to just describe general poker study in the training sites and all that stuff. But thanks so much for the 1999. What's up, Bryce? Thanks for being here, dude. Bukes 22. Let's see some sit and go action. Thank you, sir. All right. Not tonight. I'm just going to stick to these cash games tonight, but there'll be plenty more streams. Probably just hang out here for a couple of hours or so. And try some other things on other streams. We'll hop into the PLO streets. My specialty, pot limit Omaha. Right, you guys? Y'all feel me? DJ Pope, Andrew, get some home games set up. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna continue looking into that. Andrew, why do you never come to the Woo game? I don't know what that is. Bryce? I don't know what that is. But thanks for the $1.99. Bukes 22. If you guys are spamming the chat with your links and stuff, Just gonna have to instant block you. Sorry. What's up, Maddie TQ? Rob S. Any poker sites to play in New York? Unfortunately, the only states that have legal, regulated online poker are the ones I mentioned before, which are New Jersey, Nevada, Delaware, and now Pennsylvania is up and running. But you have to be in those states to play them. Aside from that, you go into what's known as the gray area sites. I don't know what the deal is with Global Poker. It seems to be the most legit of the gray area sites, from what I can tell, or from what I know. It's just weird. It's kind of surprising that they are good to go, but it seems to be the drill. Yeah. After that, you're in what's known as the gray area, which is unregulated online poker. And you never really know, what exactly the drill is as far as how well the funds that are represented by your deposits are kept separate from like operating funds. If he bets again, I might fold. Can't fold for that price. Irving 1723. If you really ramp it up there, I might have let it go. Okay, check it out. Look at this. Ace. Ace. Also known as aces. And a raise. Okay. So let's see. I think 8-ish seems good. Let's go. Yeah, let's go 8. That's fine. Not a great flop, but in a 3-bet situation with about 100 big blinds on the flop, I don't think we're going to get away. Probably size up and just go. All right. We'll win it. We'll just win it. That's fine. We'll just win it. Say hello to Greece, Andrew. Hey, what's up, Greece? Shout out to Greece. When I see people open lipping, I'm just going to go ahead and tag them. Always good to utilize the tags. I'm going to put in the squeeze here with the 6-5. Just going to let that go. WSOP is a legitimate site. They are fully licensed and regulated by the state of Nevada. Now we have to fold, which is very sad. Just not deep enough to continue. Sad fold. I'll peel here. It's not a great hand. I will also raise here. Size down a little bit. 10-10-5. I wager $1.05, good sir. I'm just going to go for 3 streets, especially when there's a flush draw on the turn. I think we have some recent hand history with this guy. I think I'm just going to bet again, even though we don't block clubs. I'm going to try and make it difficult for him to raise us. We get called. We get the 3 streets. We will take it. Flop top pair, top kicker. No takers. John McNamee. When will the shirts be back in stock? I think most of them are in stock. Depends which shirts you're talking about, though. There could be a couple sizes that are not. And there are going to be a little bit of logistics issues with the current health situation, quarantines, supply chain issues. So it's a little bit tough to say if there's something that's not there at the moment. Sorry if you don't have your size at the moment. We'll hope for the best, though. Hopefully things get back fully operational ASAP, but remains to be seen, I guess. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Thanks for hanging out. How many of you people are there? Wow, 1,040. 1,000 of you. That's crazy. Let's see. Chris Summers, $5. You still looking into Muggs game in Arizona? Know you were looking at the new Desert Diamond. Should try to plan around a football game and make it a full weekend. Yeah, I would love to get back to Phoenix. What a great time. Okay, so we'll tag this guy here real quick. Yeah, I would love to check out the new property. It's just gonna be really tough to plan anything at the moment as far as live poker goes. But as soon as humanly possible, we'll do our best to come back there, get something scheduled. Pretty dry flop. Guess I can bet it. I could have just folded this this pre-flop, but you know, when I see a limper, when I see an open limper, I get pretty tempted to just get after it, especially with an ace on the button. We don't pick up any draws here. Not that I could ever pick up any draws with this hand, aside from gut shots to a wheel. I'm just going to check it. We block ace queen, so we could have tried to get him off ace queen. I can go for this, though. $10.11. Pretty good card to bluff. We'll get called sometimes, but try and put their pressure on him. I don't know. We did our best. We tried. I mean, maybe our best would be just fold pre-flop. Can't win them all, though. I don't mind it, though. I mean, we block ace king, we block ace queen. So he's going to have to make a hero call with a worse queen than that a lot of the times. And he's not likely to have king queen. He's not likely to have too much else. So I'm fine with it. I hope y'all are too. Eldon Traub, $9.99. Thanks, man. Andrew, when the casinos open again, come to the Beau Rivage in Biloxi, Mississippi. I will be there. We can play and have an awesome time. Bellagio married guy. Yeah, would love to do that, especially now that we've got an event under our belt with MGM Springfield. And what a great event it was. So hopefully we can knock on the Beau Rivage front door and say, hey, check out what happened up at MGM Springfield. Your not your sister property, but like your third cousin property. Maybe you want to hang out. Let us know. Hit me back. But thanks again for the $9.99. Appreciate it, man. Beau Rivage is a lovely little property down there in Biloxi, Mississippi, also known as the Bellagio of the South. I believe all of their games are uncapped. I don't have any diamonds. I'm just going to fold the sixes. Let it go. Let it go, you guys. Just got to let it go. All right. Defend the ace-8 suited. Flop nothing. I guess I could peel with the backdoor stuff and an overcard, but whatever. He's under the gun. Austin Krotz, I believe. Was that correct? Yes. Thank you for giving us something. Live shit is so boring with all the shutdowns. Yeah, buddy. Hang in there, mate. All right, we are going to 3-bet this. Hi, James Norman. Hello. This is great, says Branson Quintens. Glad you're digging it, my friend. Haven't lost a hand in like 10 minutes. Oh, just you wait, Zekeland. Wait till you get caught up. Bluff that river. Failed bluff. There's these weird bots that show up in the chat. It's kind of annoying. I've noticed that happening on my channel, on Live at the Bikes channel. I'm gonna try and fight them off. We'll see how how well I can multitask. Playing 4 tables, chatting with you guys, and fighting the bots. I raised the cutoff. Big blind defense. Flop top pair. Why such low stakes, says Jeremy Hunsley. Well, that's because I suck at online poker. That's why. And this is the first stream in a long time. The first online poker stream in a long time. So I'm just trying to dip my toes back in here, yo. Cut me some slack, buddy. Also, online poker is pretty tough. So this game, this 25-50 set, is probably not too much different from like a 2-5 game. 2-5 live. Pretty terrible run out. We blocked the straight. But it's a tiny bet, so I call. Get that value. He had us on the turn and the river. Not just the river. The turn and the river. Aftershock 82 would love to come to Australia. That was not my Australian accent, by the way. We're going to aim again for January. Try and come back during the, what do you call it? What's that thing called? The Aussie Millions. Sorry. Trying to do a lot of things here. Trying to fight off these bots. Chat bots. Okay, pocket deuces, call. So we're just going to fold that, move over here. Cutoff opens, we 3-bet the ace queen off. I am going to c-bet. And I am going to barrel turn, and I am going to say what's up to Jamin Burton, who has just appeared in the chat. Jamin Burton, if you see any of these bots showing up in my chat, you know what to do. Ban City, ban Hammer. There's these weird like sex bots, and I don't know. They're not very clever. Let's just put it that way. All right. Let's see. 387. Spencer Severson, how long do you think it will be before Las Vegas opens again? That is the question of the day, my friend. That is the question. Now I'm not going to barrel the turn since we don't have any spades. Not the ideal board here. Thanks for the $3.21. I don't know how I don't know how long it'll be, but if you want me to take a random guess, hey, we'll chop it. I think it's going to be a little while, man. I think we've done a pretty good job, like lately, especially lately, of taking the correct measures here in Vegas to slow this thing down. But there's some other parts of the country where I'm not as encouraged by what I'm seeing, particularly like these videos of people on spring break. This guy keeps betting so small where I just don't see how I can fold to these prices, especially if he's like valuating ace 6 or 7s or 8s. Man. Good hand. But for these small bet sizes, I don't see how we can fold. So anyway, obviously this thing is not just limited to your local neighborhood. There's people that come to Las Vegas from all over the place. And I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. I'm definitely, obviously, not much of an expert by any stretch. I made a good hero call over here on the river with the pair of tens on this board. Queen high board. I'll show you in a second. I'll try to bring up the replay. King, queen off. Think I'm going to 3-bet it. Why not? 3-bet for funsies. See if I can show you this hand. It wasn't really that interesting, but flop top pair. Let's go ahead and we get cold called by this guy. Interesting. I guess I could check here actually. Expect him to have ace king sometimes, and then hands like nines, tens, jacks, which again the board is not ideal, but I think I will bet it now for some equity denial. If he has pocket tens, we don't want to give another free card. Gonna find another 3-bet spot here, this time with the queens. Could size down slightly since he's not super deep. Should get action here a lot of the time. Cutoff versus button. Find the 1-over card. I'm going to c-bet it since this is a pretty good flop for my range. I would always c-bet this flop with, I think, 100%. Checking definitely has merit. That's a pretty good turn card. I don't expect him to have too many draws here, so I could check this back, and then if he checks, jam the river, and if he bets, we're just going to call. Block the straight. We lose to pocket tens, pocket nines, and kings, of course. I don't think I want to jam anymore because I could have tens. Yeah, I'm just going to jam anyway. Am I? Yeah, I'm all in. What you going to do, MD1068? He calls us with ace high. We definitely want to jam. If we can get called that lightly, we want to jam. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys saw that hand, which is a lot more interesting than I'm just going to fold the ace 10 versus the UTG on raise. I was going to show you this hand, but it's really not that interesting anymore. What amount of money did you start with on this table? I started all these tables with $50, which is 100 big blinds, which is the maximum buy-in for all these tables. So we are up a little bit. I should have written down what my starting balance was when I started streaming, but I did not. But I can tell you that we are winning. We're not going to get rich though playing 25-50 cent. So this stream is just more about hanging out, chatting, you know, chilling. A couple of hours, casual live stream. I agree with you, Ernesto, on that packed beach. Buy silver and gold, hedge your roll. It's interesting that gold hasn't really moved as much as I would have expected it to. I was talking to Boosie about that a little bit today. It seems like people are just kind of hoarding cash at the moment. Gold hasn't done too much. Usually it's a pretty good hedge for against the stock market, but stock market has tanked, and gold hasn't really done a whole lot. I mean, I guess it's had a little bit of a run up prior to this, but I would have expected a lot more movement. Corey Silver, the Corey Silver, $10, #1 fan sticker thing. My man, Corey Silver, what's up, buddy? Hope you're well. Hope the kiddo is well. Hope everything will be back to normal ASAP. Guys, the website is literally listed right in the middle of the table. So that's where you will find your information. Cash out is great, but unfortunately you probably can't play on it unless you happen to be in New Jersey, Nevada, or Delaware. Jamin Burton, tell us something funny, man. Tell us a joke. We need jokes in times like these. Jacob Smith, $1.99. What's your favorite casino in Michigan? Best win rate. I'm not sure about best win rate. I had some really good results at the Motor City Casino when I was playing the 5, 10, 20, the no limit, and the PLO. That seemed to go pretty good. But my sample sizes are all pretty small for the different casinos, so it doesn't really mean a whole lot. Pocket Quens. Gonna 3-bet this fellow once again. He's probably gonna get sick of it at some point. We can size up slightly this time because he's deeper now. He must have won a couple hands. Thanks, Jacob, for the $1.99. I really like the. I feel like the. What do you call it? Not a great flop. So probably check it and see what happens. MGM Detroit feels a little bit more cozy. I've heard that the Greek town is doing some things, and they're going to have like some sort of a grand reopening of some sort. I'm going to peel here for this price. Would love to turn a queen. I feel like our hand is pretty face up at this point. This general hand strength. 3-bet and then check call for the small bet. Still a very small bet. I guess I'm just going to let it go now that our boy MD here is calling as well. Be interesting to see what happens here in this hand, but just going to have to fold. I think it'll go check a lot unless he has a huge hand. Okay, he has nothing, but MD had us. Well, at least MD didn't 4-bet, in which case we would have for sure gotten it in because due to recent history, we could have just assumed he was kind of sick of it. And then we would have lost a full stack or we would have doubled him up. But yeah, over 100 big blinds. Table number 1, as I like to call it, because on my screen here, I can show you, I think I can show you what I'm looking at. This is what my screen looks like. So up here is table number 1, which doesn't really mean anything to you guys since I'm not really utilizing this view at the moment, at least. Maybe we'll play a couple hands like this. You guys can tell me what you think. Flop second pair down here. Call once at least, maybe twice. Sure, I'll call you once more. Give you a little of action. A little of the action. Check, check, please. Okay, good hand. So this guy's pretty passive. He didn't 4-bet the ace king. He didn't bet 3 streets. So that's the kind of thing you want to make a note of because that's somebody that you want to hero call less often. Three bet the jacks in the top right. We got pocket 5s on the bottom left. Versus under the gun with the ace queen suited. I guess I can just call, flop a royal flush draw as you do. Flop the overpair with the jacks on the 988. Size down here. Bet a third. He doesn't have a full stack here, so we're just going to get it in if he raises. I'm going to start betting this. Turn is a 10. Have an open ender now. He could have some 10s. You could have Jack 10, but we have 2 of those. You could have Queen 10. I'm not folding. If he decides to raise at any point here, it's just we're not deep enough. As mentioned, fold the 5s, fold that. Just get it over with, ship it in. 3-bet this. Ace King. He says MGM Dynasty, I guess is how you would say that. He's thinking and thinking. I guess we could have maybe 3-bet that. Ace 10. We'll isolate with that. Let me know what you guys think about this view. Let me know if you prefer the single table view in which I switch back and forth to interesting hands, or if you prefer the 4-table view, the matrix. Good fold MGM Dynasty. You'll see it on the stream. Raise it up with the 5s. Mayor Goodman wants casino doors open. Shame on her. I haven't been following her comments too closely, so I'm not sure. I have heard some things, but I feel like people have finally come to their senses on all that stuff. Let's zoom in here after we flop a set. Great turn card. $9.75 is the wager. Mr. Beep. Great run out. We are not all in? No. I wager... I want to wager definitely less than half of his stack. We could just rip it in. Put him in a really tough spot. Like if we have a bluff here, he's going to be in a really tough spot with a lot of his aces. But we'll go for the value. Get called. Life is good. Let's see what he had. Ooh, he rivered 2 pair. He had a flush draw and he rivered 2 pair. So we could have gone for the max. We might have lost out on the $32. But he seemed like he was a little bit hesitant to call that amount. So who knows? Maybe he would have found a hero fold. Kind of doubt it. Over here we have pocket 8s. You guys say so far you like the 4-table view. I see so far in the chat. Spencer Heckwolf, $1.99. Safe to say the WSOP will be canceled? I would wager on that side at this point, for sure. It's very much like a sort of touch and go thing. If I was going to call if this guy folded, but I guess if he calls, I fold. Jamin wants to know if we want to hear a coronavirus joke. He probably won't get it. I'll say yes, Jamin. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be canceled, if it'll be rescheduled. I don't know if they'll just try and run the main event. I don't see how they could just run the main event, although it is typically later in the year / event. So maybe they'll give that a whirl. I'm going to defend with a Jack 8, flop nothing. Just going to let it go. Got 2 backdoor draws, so there are some possibilities there, but is it necessary? Is it? Plum Bum Stud Muffin says computer desk across from a computer desk is plus EB. Thanks, man. This guy just rips it in for $30 under the gun. I guess we have to fold the queen jack. Got pocket jacks in the top left. I could try making this into a vlog. The problem is, or not a vlog, but like a highlight video. Just highlight all the really fun hands. Maybe some of your fun messages. Problem is I'm using Spotify Music for this one, so YouTube doesn't really approve of that. But could do it anyway. I don't know. I'll experiment. I'll see if it makes sense. But yeah, probably only going to stream for, let's see. We've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes so far. Maybe I'll stream for like another 45 minutes or so and keep this one on the shorter side. Seems like most people like the 4-table view. There are some people who prefer the single table. If there's like a really big hand, I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in on the single table. Yeah, some people say single table, small monitor. I would assume if you're watching on a phone, the 4-table might be pretty tough to see like dollar amounts and stuff like that. Single table for mobile, small screen, 4 for larger monitors. Too small, can only see cards. Yeah, if anything, I'll zoom in whenever we have a big hand or there's an interesting spot, like here. Raise it up. Would love to see a limp raise. If you're so inclined, run worse, please. Starting back at the micros is okay. Everyone goes busto sometimes. True story, Wilson. Busto City. Not sure how that hand is going to work out, but we have top pair, top kicker on this hand. We lose to queen jack. A little tempted to just check this back. Could get value from king jack. I think I'm going to go for value. I'm going to go for some small value. Let's see if we can squeak it out here. 450. Snap calls. 450 gets it done. Back over to this hand. I'm just going to check this down and lose to a flush. Over to this hand where I raise pre-flop and get called by the big blind. Flop an open ender. C-bet. Turn is not the best, but still have pretty good equity a lot of the time, and the second barrel gets it done. Jacob Smith, are you interested playing/vlogging home games? Probably not at the moment, unless it's like people that I know, because, I mean, we aren't going to the casino because we're supposed to be doing this social distancing thing. So the only way I would want to get together with people is if I know, like, I'm just going to flat call here. Is if I know like what they've been up to and if they've been responsible and if they're basically like, you know, not doing much of anything. So it doesn't seem like the wisest thing to be getting together with people that I'm not really familiar with. No offense or anything. Hope you can understand that. Hope you weren't going to invite me to your home game and I'm, you know, right. But I appreciate that $1.99, and I appreciate the next $1.99 that you sent when you said nice set. I appreciate both of those $1.99s. Once this Corona thing is over with, I would be interested in playing home games and vlogging them. Talked about that a long time ago, and just It was an idea that didn't really come to fruition for me. I'm just going to fold the 8-5 suited versus the 4x UTG versus with a smaller stack. Do you not play with a HUD? Is there a reason? I haven't played online for 2 years or so. Maybe it's changed since. No HUDs allowed on this site, bud. Bench. No HUDs allowed. There are probably people who are breaking the rules. I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's smart people out there who know how to write software and design their own HUDs to get around the rules. But could open the Queen 9 suited. Let's do it. We'll do it for the stream. A little loose from under the gun, but... Oh, the joke is you won't get it. All right, I just got it. Just got the joke. Just got the joke, y'all. I'm a little slow. All right, we will see a multi-way flop with the Jack 10 suited. We turn a gutter, but facing 3 opponents and 2 diamonds on the board. Just gonna check fold. We want to see you play the Kevin. Oh, good point. I folded the King 7 suited very recently. Let's play these aces, and then we'll try and play the Kevin next chance we get. Come on, going in 33. Do something. Okay, that's something. All right, I'm gonna bet small. I bet $1. Okay. Could check raise. All right, I check raise. $8. Well, we lose to Jack 10 somehow. If he somehow has Jack 10, we lose to backdoor flush, but we've got the Ace of Hearts. So I'm going to bet a lot of money. And he somehow has a flush. The 3 deuce gets it. Gets there. So you want to be a poker player, huh, people? You want to be a professional poker player? Is that what you want to do with your life? Over here on this table, we squeeze with the ace-king suited. Flop a gutter ball to the nuts, but this is such a connected board that especially versus multiple opponents, I don't think it's wise to just go ahead and c-bet. And now we have 0 choice whatsoever. Even on a computer monitor, if you don't happen to like having your browser on full screen, maybe because maybe I'm playing on ECR as I watch, it's too small in 4-table view. Fair enough, buddy. Fair enough. Get after it with the Jack 6 suited. Flop nothing. Flop backdoor straight draw. Flop 1 over. You win. Raise it up. King Jack suited. 40% of a royal flush. I'm going to c-bet it. Am I going to c-bet it? Yeah, I'm going to c-bet it. You can barrel on hearts. Can barrel on pretty much every card. That is a heart. I'm going to barrel. I'm going to bet a lot and just call off. If he jams, I'm going to call off. If he calls, I'm just going to give up unless we get there. Says noobish dude. I don't blame you for being suspicious, considering that we have the exact hand that you're suspicious of. But stack is too short. All right, we'll take it. We'll just take it right now. How about that? Let's just take it now. I'll let the ace-9 go. We'll let it go. We'll sit one out. Jamin Burton, thanks for hanging out. Adios, my friend. I am going to take a quick break here, run to the restroom. Be right back. See, you guys are just enjoying that 3 deuce versus aces hand as much as I did. You got me with the skinny, y'all. The skinny. Casey Jones in the chat. Hello, Casey. What do you think Ben Adler wants to know of people that get a fast food meal with a diet soda? I'll have to think about that one for a little while, Ben. I don't know when the last time was that I got me some McDonald's. It's been a long time. I'm not saying that I wouldn't love me some McDonald's. What do you guys prefer for McDonald's? The Big Mac or the Chicken McNuggets? For a long time growing up, for me, it was the Chicken McNuggets. Then around college, I got into the Big Mac. Love me a Big Mac. James EC, good to see you. Somewhat disappointing flop with the king 10. Can tell you get bored with online compared to live. That's what you guys are here for. You guys are here to entertain me. We're here to entertain each other, actually. I entertain you, you entertain me. We're all entertained. That's what this is all about. That's what life is all about, isn't it? Entertaining each other. Fold my sixes. We got ourselves ace king over here. I'm going to put in the 4-bet. 1250 seems appropriate. Snap call a jam. We'll take it. We have not much of a hand down here. Tongma says, what's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is really heavy and the other is a little lighter. Nice. I like it. That's my kind of humor right there. What's your favorite poker hand? You know, I don't really have a favorite poker hand, as boring as that is. I like anything that is suited and mostly connected. 9-7 suited is pretty dope. I think I'm just going to check this back here. Pretty good turn card. Bunch more equity. If he checks again, I'm going to try and do it. All right. Let's do it. We'll just take it right now. That's fine. I'll just take it right now. What did the egg say to the boiling water? Tell us, Silverlicious, what did the egg say to the boiling water? He says, let's see. How do you expect me to get hard again? I just got laid a minute ago. Pretty good. I don't know. I think the Hippo Zippo is currently the best joke we have so far, but I dig it. I still dig it. I still dig it, Silverlicious, and I appreciate the contribution. Okay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll give you it. Okay, here we are. We have a terrible hand, also known as the Kevin. I'm coming in. This is for Jamin Burton. Never play this hand from under the gun. Basically never play it from anywhere, but we're going to do it. Okay, and this guy just jams all in for $50. Jamin Burton just cost me $1.75. Wow, this guy jams. How do they know that I have the King 7? I enter the pot from under the gun, also known as UTG. Just auto rip, auto rip. What if I called with the King 7? No. King 9? What on earth? Well, the King 7 would not have won versus the nut flush and 2 pair. Interesting. All right, the votes are coming in. Let's see. We got a McChicken fan, Nuggets, Big Mac not close. McDouble up. Love me. I would love me a McDouble up right about now. Big Mac, Nuggets. Seems like slight favor for the Nuggets, but definitely some Big Mac fans out there in the world. So this is weird. We got I guess a limp. We got the limp re-raise from under the gun. I'm not folding. We're on stream for God's sakes. But he just always has pocket kings here. Oof. Now we're gonna have to pay off pocket kings. I mean, we can beat ace king and pocket jacks, but we got decent equity versus pocket kings. I'm just gonna flat call, let him barrel away with ace king. But he has kings anyway. All right, now we're just gonna jam. Or does he have ace king? And did we suck out? Or pocket jacks, maybe. Well, it doesn't appear that he has kings, unless he's just slow rolling us. Maybe he has pocket fours for the slow roll. Feeling pretty confident. Over here, we open pre-flop, get called by the button. We c-bet the flop, get called by the button. Going to go ahead and put in the old overbet. Overbet gets it done. Down here, we open from the small blind, get called by the big blind, c-bet the ace-high flop, and win it. Thoughts on your MGM Springfield experience? I enjoyed it. I really did. It's always nice when, as I go up here and squeeze this hand, it's the casino, the property is only like not even 2 years old or something like that. So very nice property, very nice people. It was pretty cold when we were there, so would like to go back when it's warmer and do some outdoorsy stuff. There's a brewery there called Treehouse that is apparently legendary. They only sell their beers at the brewery, no distribution whatsoever, and they spent like $20 million on the facilities, what have you. Turn a gut shot. The 9 should improve him sometimes. I guess when we turn equity, we want to barrel. I think I'm just going to give up. Am I? I guess with a spade, we're supposed to give up. I feel like he's just going to show us like Jack 10. All right, I give up. Well, we're not going to get to see. We tried our best. Appreciate you guys coming through, hanging out. Casual Wednesday online poker stream here on WSOP.com, which does not sponsor me, but here it is, WSOP.com. That's okay. We can just hang out anyway. Hope you guys are doing well out there, wherever you are. Let's get some locations in the chat. Let me know where you guys are chilling at. Let me know where you guys are watching from. City and state, or city and country, please and thank you. Have you ever done a quick tour of your place on the vlog? Not really like an official tour, no. I have shown a good portion of the place in various blogs. Not like an official tour though. Maybe I will after we move at some point, which I don't know when that's, there's no immediate plans to do so, but that could be fun to do. If this guy 4 bets, probably just gonna rip it. Let's get some action. Action's always good for the stream. I'm all in. 176.91, but only like $55 effective or whatever. 56. No, less than that. What you got? Kings. That's a good hand. That is a good hand. Kings versus Ace King. You win, Irish Aces. All right, we'll give him the old rock for now, until further evidence that he is not a rock. No one is ever seeing anyone again. This is the new reality. I beg to differ, Mike Tidman, but I do think this will go on for a little bit longer than most people are expecting or are prepared for. So it kind of sucks, but as long as we have online poker streams and YouTube, life goes on, doesn't it? All right, this time we got the pocket pair. This time 620. We also have queens on this table. Queens on this table, queens on this table. All right, well, we won the queens on this table. No takers. And it folds around to us on this table. And he decides to 3-bet, min 3-bet. I 4-bet. $8. What you got? What you got, noobish dude? Can you handle the $8 raise? That's an additional 5 on top. No, you cannot. Too much heat. Too bad about that Ace King versus King hand. So we've got $55 here. We've got $124 here. $53 on table 3, and table 4 is $135. So we're up. It's not exact, because if I dip down, I just top off, and I haven't been keeping track, but I'll try and figure out at the end of this how much I'm up or down. At this point, I think we're probably pretty close to even. Okay, guys, we got the King 7, but if we got no respect from under the gun raise, I expect not much respect for the cutoff raise, but we do flop top pair. I'm going to check it. How much trouble will the Kevin get us into this time? P.S. Never play this hand. Do as I say, not as I do. I call. Terrible card. Check. Good card. Great card. Check. We chop with lots of kings now. How dare you? How can you bet 849? Oi. Well, I don't see how we can fold. We've come this far. He shouldn't have a flush. He shouldn't have... Holy crap. I'm just seeing all your locations. Anyway, I call. We'll just put it on Jamin's tab. God. All right. That's the last time I'm playing stupid King 7. These... okay, let me get caught up on these locations here. Oh, hang on. We got Ace King. 250. Seattle, Iowa, Hoffman Estates, Illinois, says Van Adler. San Antonio, Bangkok, Fabian Sauer. We got Miami. Dan Sparger coming at us from Las Vegas. Orlando, Florida. Dallas, Texas. Japan, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Athens, Georgia. Knoxville, Tennessee. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Right on. We got some action over here. I guess I call. Chicago, Florida, Monterey, California, Monterey, Mexico, Elizabethton, Tennessee. I'm going to put in the raise and go with it. Since we are out of position, I raise to $17. I only have $30 behind, so, I mean, there's just not a whole lot of room to maneuver here. I guess we could have just ripped it all in. We flopped top setup here, but the guy's only got like $6. Okay, we'll take it. Appreciate that. It's always cool to see all these locations just outside of Boston. Gothenburg, Sweden. New York, New York. Vegas. Brazil. Ace King, blind versus blind. Woodville, Wisconsin. Not a great board. I guess I fold the Ace King. You guys know it pains me to fold. Twin Cities. Arlington, Corpus Christi. Table 1, I raised from the cutoff. The small blind calls. Turn the flush draw. KZU, Michigan, why did you overbet your king-queen hand? If I can figure out which hand that was. I'm going to go for some value here. I'm going to go for, not value, but if he folds, am I? No, I just check. I don't know. Maybe we could have gone for value there. Maybe that was weak. Jacob Smith, thanks for the $1.99. If I can bring up the hand, if I can find it, we'll try and do that after the stream. But that's an if. But chances are that I had good blockers to strong hands, as well as equity to improve to a stronger hand myself. So it was probably the case where my range was uncapped and his was a little bit capped. So some combination of those factors. What's up, Darth Francium? Thanks for the $1. We get 3-bet here. I guess I call. It's under the gun versus next to act, so it's not super ideal. We don't flop any equity anyway, so I guess we stay out of trouble. I fold. You win. Ace king suited. I feel like we're getting a lot of strong hands here, but I guess that's what happens when you play 4 tables, which isn't even that many tables. The bass loud on the mic. It's distorted. Sorry about that. I'll watch the stream back. I'll watch the video afterwards and I'll take a listen. I didn't really do any testing. Just tried to get it up and running. Ontario, Almani, California, Toledo, Ohio, Lisbon, Portugal, Hawaiian Gardens, California. I know it. I'm very familiar with it. Probably play for another 10 minutes and wrap it up. Keep it a light, easy production today. Light and breezy. Benjamin Adler, $1.99. There are a few McDonald's in Hoffman Estates, FYI. Man, there's McDonald's and there's Benjamin Adler in Hoffman Estates. Might as well just call it Heaven Estates. Kevin Sucks says Cactor Noob 100. I'm not going to disagree with you, buddy. If we get the Kevin Hart, I'll play that. The Kevin Hart. I'll play the Kevin Hart, but I'm not going to play this offsuit trash anymore. All right, guys. Flopped ourselves a set. Pretty dry board. I'm going to down bet. Try and squeeze out some action here. He continues. Oh, son of a misclick. 50-cent bet. Well, try and make up for some of that value. It's just, what does my note say here? Oh, okay. $10. Nah, guess we got greedy there. Moscow, Russia in the house. What's up, Nikita? You check? I check. Let's peel one time. Interesting. Beat a lot of hands. Beat a lot of small pairs, middle pairs. I check. Best hand the whole way. Curtis Yarbrough says, hate online poker. Hates it. I don't blame you, dude. It's a much different experience than live poker. That is for sure. How do you practice for free? I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to practice. You can play micro stakes online. And by micro stakes, I mean like 1 cent, 2 cent games. That's pretty close to free. You can try and do that. If you play free games, the thing is that nobody cares, and it's just like so far removed from normal poker that you're not going to get too much out of it, I wouldn't think, other than just like the mechanics of understanding, like, you know, what position you're in, how the blinds move around the table and stuff like that. But as far as, you know, getting actual reps in, free poker doesn't really do it. Ratchet says, recommendation on a book to better my game. Sends $2. Thanks for that, buddy. Appreciate it. We talked about this a little bit earlier in the stream, but I don't really have a book recommendation for you. I do have some training material recommendations for you, which you can find on a blog post on my website, which is andrewnemi.com. So when you go to the homepage, just scroll down a bit and you'll find the first blog post called What I'm Studying. And that is just a list of sites that I believe in and that I am taking a look at and trying to improve my game through as well. We got the Rockets. We also flopped a straight draw and flush draw with this hand. We turned the straight with the 10-9. The folded versus my aces c-bet. He just leads right out. I think we can raise small. As if it's like we're trying to just get to showdown. It's going to be tough for him to fold a small raise, I would imagine. He did bet pot. I don't know. Maybe that's bad. Maybe he'll find the hero fold. That would suck. Pavdaraus. Guess it's bad. Guess we could just flat call. Well, we lose to full houses, but I don't know which full houses you could have other than pocket eights. Eights full. Pretty good turn card. We'll defend. All right, I'm gonna try and steal it, and we get snap called by King High. Okay, moving on to this Ace King hand. This guy min raised from under the gun. This guy says he accidentally called. LOL. LMAO. It doesn't let you type LMAO. It's blocked. Nobody called when I had Ace King. I will defend. I will call this with the 5-4, even though I'm pretty shallow. It's probably not the best, but I think this hand does okay versus a 3-bet. Again, it kind of sucks we are not deep at all, but could be interesting here. We flop pretty decent equity. %100% call for that price. Jacob Smith says, nice misclick noob. Hashtag wrecked. I'm going to bet it. If he jams, we just have to fold. If he calls, we probably just give up on the river. Since we don't really have that much money left compared to the size of the pot. We could just check back. Oh, all right. That works too. Forget checking back. Why check back when you can just win it? We could have had the best hand. He could have had like king, queen, but it seems like he thought about it for a little while and let it go. So maybe not. Okay. I think I'm just going to wrap it up. Seems like a good note to wrap it up on. Play one more hand over here since we have the button right now. We'll see the cutoff. Maybe even two hands. Depends how I'm feeling. Galactic Conqueror. What's up, man? Let me just see what's happening out here in the chat. Missed my second super chat. Darth Francium. Sorry, buddy. Patrick Brennan. With all the extra free time you should have coming up, maybe this is a favorable time to try and reboot Tell's podcast. I agree, dude. I think we should do that. Boosie and I have talked about it. And I think we're going to do just that. So keep your eyes peeled on that iTunes subscription page thing. Maybe this weekend. Maybe this weekend we will step into the recording booth that is the closet in our master bedroom and record an episode of Tells. Or maybe we'll even include some video. That's another idea. We might do that too. Let's see. But thanks for the $5, Patrick Brennan, and thanks for the support on the podcast as well. I'm trying to find the second super chat that I missed. I don't think I see it, though. Here you are, Darth. What's your opinion on Ignition Casino for those of us not in Nevada? From San Bernardino, California, near San Manuel. Yeah, it's one of those gray area sites that I was talking about. So the general feeling is probably fine. Can't be 100% sure. How did I unchecked the wrong box and now I posted the big blind. Damn it. So it's not a regulated site. I don't know where they're licensed out of, but with those kinds of sites, you basically want to never put money on and leave money on the site that you can't afford to lose. So as long as whatever money you have on that site, as long as you would be perfectly happy to never see that money, not perfectly happy, but not like wrecked to not see that money again. All right. Since we got to walk in the big blind, I'm just going to sit out. So yeah, I haven't played on there in ages. I played on Bovada back in the day, and it's been a lot of years since I've played on there. So I don't know about like the current experience. I think you might have to use Bitcoin. So that's another step that you have to take. And then the issue is that there's such big fluctuations in Bitcoin. That's another thing to think about. So there's a couple of extra steps, but I mean, it just depends. Like if you want to, not put too much money on there, have yourself the occasional low stakes poker game, micro stakes poker game. I think it's reasonable. But just be careful. Don't put too much money on any site that isn't regulated. And too much money is always, what do you call it? It depends. It varies person to person. Relative is the word I was looking for. Okay, how do I go full camera? Boom, full camera. Guys, thanks for hanging out. This was a fun stream. Nice little 2 hour and 4 minute live stream from, I need to come up with a headquarters. You know how Joe Ingram calls it GTO headquarters? There's nothing GTO about my poker play. What's the opposite? What is the opposite of GTO? Exploitative headquarters. It just doesn't have the same ring, So anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. We'll do this again. I don't know if maybe I'll try it again tomorrow. Maybe not, though. No promises. But definitely at least a couple times a week. And hopefully more than that. Because I ain't got shit to do. Maybe you heard about this virus that's going around. Shut down all of Las Vegas. So stay healthy out there. Stay safe. Be well. Be nice to each other. And see you guys again very soon. We'll do this again. Oh, let me see if I can figure out what. I think we won like $100-ish, something like that. Started this. I guess it's like a reasonable. Hang on a second. I had like 38 something in my balance. What? Yeah, here we are. I had like 38 something in my balance when we started the stream, the session. Now I have 39 something. So we're up like $100. Okay. There's some closure. Now y'all know. Go back to full stream, full scene, full screen. Grab yourself a t-shirt if you're so inclined. See you guys again very soon. Love y'all.